Just give me coffee. Horses cold brew. Give me coffee. Horses cold brew. Just let me be blunt. My speech in the morning, nothing but grunts. With no coffee, that's as dangerous. On a scale from 1 to 10, I rank it that girl from Stranger Things. And if you get what I'm saying, my attitude be mad flagrant like I'm Draymond. But you ain't get the picture, BFP. So I'm gonna keep pushing on you, GNC. It's like, yeah, the first thing on my mind is when that hot coffee gonna seep into the coffee grind. It's like some magic's floating all in the air. Toss some ice cubes in my cup, it's a good day. All I gotta say is that it's starting in a good way. It's time for working, man, I don't even care. Just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up, horses cold brew. Always start fresh, that's how it's gotta be. Everything starts back with your coffee bean. If it's cold brew, then it's gotta be coarse. Don't get the cart ahead of the horse, start learning the course. But of course you can disregard, and don't at me if it gets too hard. When it's my time to drink, man, it's always on hand. Drink from a cup or a bottle, even a can. You never know when you're craving a hit. It could be in the bathroom while you're taking a when that coffee hits my lips, it's a seance. Feeling real super with the cape on. Anything I'll take on. This cup of coffee, yeah, boy, this is the shit. Just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Third verse, so I guess it's where I talk about how we might be addicted in a roundabout kind of way, or how you say, a dependency that's in my life, and I'm proud to say it's filling me with way more energy than I'll ever need, keeping me up for things I thought I'd never see. Time's gonna kill us all one day, whether old age, illness, or from listening to Coldplay. F that noise, wubba love, love. Drink all the coffee, chug a lug, lug. The day doesn't start till you're on your second cup. If they talk before then, homies better duck. It's 100% okay to start swinging in every single combo, unless you see I'm bringing a cup of Joe. Tell him bring some more for your bro who made that coffee song. I'll tell him go home. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Just give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew. Just wake me up, just wake me up, don't let me down. Give me coffee. Just wake me up, just wake me up, just wake me up. Horses cold brew.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into the old coffee shop. Hope your hump day's going good. There, as per usual, false advertising for me. No humping to be had. Bad times. Any rate, we are jumping back into Final Fantasy XVI on PlayStation 5. Try to make a little more progress on Clive, our rooting hero here. I think I've got a number of side missions to kick about at, so that might be a thing to do. Let me bring up the big map. Yes, we do have several sides to be had. Fact, I'm local map. There's supposed to be a side. And about still here. Oh, at the reading table in my chambers. Alright. Let's go have a look-see.
The stew's awfully thin these days.
A humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford, son child to Lord Byron Rosefield. Let's do it.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Smooth like butler. Davy Little would appreciate that title. Alright, we don't need to go to the elevator. Up to Martha's Rest. All the other times before, I've been doing it the long way. I just bring up the map and warp. And do mind the chocobo poop. Right. Oh, here.
My lord, Marquis, is that you?
There he is.
It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
A thousand apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas. I have lost contact with two of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
All right. Dalamil. I am not seeing the... Ah.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. So someone here's seen something.
There's one thing we've learned over the past few moons.
And the Fang fella took my livelihood with it.
Pardon me.
We need someone who can bring the whole town.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I was fully stocked on potions too. Just in case.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
The last one. Everyone can get rid of the scepter and he can't cast attack. Done. A little bit of gold, a little more steel, silk, and magic dash. Cool.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalamil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more. And his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls.
Raiding
Those who
party.
weren't recalled now rule the fringes
Markham
unchecked,
Fizz
answering to
with
no
the
one but themselves.
raid.
And it's worse than we imagined.
Had enough of
You
the
should
sweat
return to-
lords
return
for
to this
one day,
area.
did ya?
It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
You go right ahead and help yourself to the looting.
Not at all. No. To find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Dead by daylight clip.
Okay, that touched his bum, but it didn't hurt him.
I remember that from last night. Just going around touching bums as the alien.
Trick number 1, don't teabag.
And Northreach. I think it might have been the sound getting picked up by my microphone. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me try that one more time, and then I'll have a quickly look at OBS. No.
Okay, that touched his bum, but it didn't hurt him. Trick number 1, don't teabag.
Oh wait, did you mean the shout out or in game? Or did you mean Final Fantasy? Okay. Yeah, for some reason I've got 2 instances of the Avermedia capture. So mute one, leave the other unmuted. That should be fixed.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
So yeah, that should take care of the voice issue.
What happened here?
If you're with the others,
Thinking though I do.
they've
Oh yeah,
already
voice.
relieved
That
me of
one's.
my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who
One
was sent
moment,
here
I'm
by a man
gonna-
named Rutherford.
Fully mute that one and unmute the other. Because
Attendance
yeah,
to
the
Lady Ariane
one I left
Cresswell's.
unmuted there was too
Of the
loud,
7
I think.
houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits.
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
And don't forget your sword.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Time to kick some ass. Well, we got one of these big club wielding.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
All yours, Torgal. Too slow. Over here.
Ow. How you doing, Cass? Yeah, I seen you in the bot. That's why I did the shout out for Chris there myself. So, hey Phoenix.
Nice try.
Yeah, he only touched me once, I think. So how'd things go with the rest of your Tears of the Kingdom?
There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city.
Thinks he's
Some days
freaking
they
done
don't
a
even
summer
send out
here.
patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Alright, back to Martha's Rest. And then Martha herself has a side mission happening there, so we'll get that done. Walk around this way so we don't walk into chocobo poop. You know, we don't want to attract that sort of thing in.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of
He is still here.
and with it, a
Someone
constant
nailed his
flow of
shoes to the floor.
information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects
Those
rather grim.
owls for delivering the
I am afraid
messages
that
go
grim
fast.
would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Right. I never do use any of those things. Right, Martha, what you got for me? Torgal, come here.
After it.
I gotta show Torgal the love. Come on down, Torgal.
When did you get so big?
He's good boy.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry.
Yay! More killing bandits.
They are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Alright, Wade. Where the hell are you?
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
Sir Wade's plan. We go in, we kick their ass. Done.
Sir Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully.
Fewer than a dozen?
Will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic.
You guys stay here.
A small
I got
force would
these.
suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there, and may victory await our coming.
Yeah, why not? Let's run there.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit.
We can kill some other stuff on the side and... Mind you, it is going to be a bit of a trek. Oh well.
Can hardly make you up,
And stuff to be picked up too. So there it is.
Get him.
Those death blossoms mean nothing now. And you're not much better, Akashic. Okay, that thing could be a problem. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
This one. Over here.
Alright. That was an easy kill. Ooh, bombs.
Get him.
Okay, more magic dash for some crafting. I'm not sure how clamshells got there, but oh well. Hi guys.
Walk in here. Get him.
You will leave Eastport now, or face the consequences.
Get him. Over here.
That's the end of that then. What's that thing
2 scoops.
here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Too slow.
Did not expect this thing. It's a miniature almighty poo.
Nice try.
Over here.
Too slow.
Get him. Over here.
Guess we're all ready.
There we go.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Some time later.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important
Pretty
work
sparse
of rebuilding
population.
the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
Right. Back to the rest. All the chocobos are napping.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best.
Yeah.
There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade
True
say
enough.
that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway,
She added a
poor
little bit
souls
to
might
that.
have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Alright, a little more money and whatnot. Oh, she's got something else now.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you.
I was
I'd like
right
you to take
here.
something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool.
Hmm?
Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashik around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Right then.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Saul Green.
Gazal Greens.
They're gonna be feeding chocobos?
Mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
I'm sure she could show him a few things. Alright, back to Eastpool.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow our own.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gizal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we
need to
all
get that
start
well
to provide
fixed
for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
You're talking to your reinforcements right now.
From Eastpool.
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you.
The paranoia.
So you will. A home is not
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
She's been into the PUBG, she's got the frying pan.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Sir Wade could learn motivational speaking from Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Later.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed.
Martha?
Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall.
Evening, Derp.
Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Going pretty good. Been a fairly quiet day today. Short work day again.
The
and no work tomorrow. So. Right.
I will not let this village fall.
I got some things to kill.
It's over. Give me thunder. Get him. This one. You're finished. This one. Fine house. Over here.
Ow. There. Didn't react to my wanting to use potion first time.
This one. Get him. Over here.
Sir Wade, where the fuck are you?
It's over.
Oh well. You're done.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Yeah, I was hoping for potions. I don't think that I would have been able to warp there, so...
This one.
And Twitch telling me there's an ad break happening right now. Oh, he's a big boy.
There it is. With me, Torgal. Over here.
Let's just rub the big kitty's belly. My sword. What spot really liked you today, Derp? Got him.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
And looks like almost everyone survived.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then.
All these guys and two
This
women.
village isn't gonna rebuild itself.
That's not going to work out well, is it? Might need to get a few more people moving in.
They're not slaves anymore.
no. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
What have you been up to today, Derp? Anything exciting?
But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you
Okay,
get the
nice.
chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
Yeah, that was a time, wasn't it?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
We're trying. Alright, back to Martha. Hey, Hatter. Pretty good. What's been going on for you today? Anything much? Were you doing any work or anything? Short shift, and the stuff wasn't quite as good as other days, so...
Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
Noble, thank you for the resub on Kick.
Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
Okay.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see that
How you doing today, Noble?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that. I never stopped to think what it would mean.
There's a page I forgot to open up my
Bearers
stream
in charge
loops.
of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Not your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Reminds me of when I first met Sid.
There's a couple of packs of cards for your resub there, Noble.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what
Well.
I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me.
You need to cut back on the magic missile attacks.
He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day. That whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing.
And Clive is holding up his end as Sid now.
Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Oh, nice little bit of XP, some monies, a little more renown. Okay. Torgal.
After it.
Right. Map and more. Oh, side missions all over the place. Well, we'll go back down here. Gonna be doing a lot of side mission stuff tonight, cause get that out of the way, get that little bit of XP before continuing on with main story.
Take that, you naughty thief! And that!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats.
That's a plus.
Firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them. Just as the good Lady Jane and Lord Underhill intended.
Are you a lord? Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall. And my first act will be to build a school so that menaces like you two learn not to interrupt your elders. Speaking of menaces,
School.
there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
Well,
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be, until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do.
by killing them.
Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more.
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
All right.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them swings a sword, the other forges them.
But always gotta give Thorgold the attention.
Let me have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Okay.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
Yeah, we'll kill a few of these things along the way. Hey, doggy. Goblin coins? Alright. Stuff for the selling. Yeah, we'll leave him alone.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him. The one who killed Locke and Fingers. Take his head off.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Get him. This one. Get him. Over here.
Get these spellcasters out of the way.
You're finished.
Alright, there's that camp done. We'll see how many more camps we gotta wind up taking out.
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you?
Hmm.
I see the bandits didn't pose you any trouble.
No, but that's not why you're here, is it?
No. Something's happened. We need you back in Dalamil.
What is it?
The whole town's in uproar. They're saying that Lubor is a bearer.
What?
Seems that one of our parties wasn't as thorough as they should have been. They let one of the bandits escape. and his escape route took him right through Dalimil. Some of the children spotted him, and he was about to silence them. And when Lubor felled him with a bolt of magic, and without a crystal.
But that's not possible.
It is, if he's a bearer and has been hiding it all these years, which is what people are saying. If he has, well, I wouldn't blame him. No man is branded by choice. Still, all those people see is a man who's lied to them all his life. One who was made a leader of himself when the world believed he should have been a slave.
Fuck.
I don't know where we go from here, but I know one thing. Lubor needs all the friends he can get right now.
You're right.
Don't even get a chance to look around the place to loot it. Oh well.
And now everyone knows. I made it a habit to keep a crystal close at hand for just such an occasion. And when that occasion arose, I forgot to reach for it. Well, it was bound to come out sooner or later.
We're sorry, Lubor. We tried to keep running, but we just couldn't anymore.
There's nothing to be sorry for.
Evening, Katie.
I rather enjoyed playing the hero for once. All that matters to me is that you two are safe.
Look at him talking to his betters like it's nothing.
All lies, I'll wager. Just like the ones he fed us all these years.
Once people make up their minds, it's hard to change them. We need to do something, and quickly. Convince the people not to let their prejudices blind them. Convince them that nothing has changed. That their enemy lies outside these walls, not within them.
You're right. We should speak to everyone.
I'm glad you agree. I'll handle the townsfolk. I'm a Dalmec born and bred. They listen to me. You head to the tavern. Make Conrad and Natalie remember who Lubor really is. They know that Lubor and I are friends. I might not make for the most impartial of interlocutors. Lord Underhill of Randalar's League of Merchants, however, is a trusted and impartial mediator of note.
I'll do what I can. Lubor, stay here with the children. I can't promise anything, but we'll try.
And that is all I can ask of you.
Why are you taking the bearer's side?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss outside?
He knew all along that he was playing us for fools.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
She's seen right through her disguise before, but she's playing along.
I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this at least he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil, and they will thank you not to get involved.
Yeah, hard-headed jackass.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Victor take the bearer's side.
I assume the situation is hopeless?
There's still hope. But...
But perhaps not in this lifetime, I think it's fair to say.
You mustn't think like that, Lubor. Give them time. They'll come around. We'll talk some sense into them in the end, you'll see.
No, you won't. And your efforts would be better spent elsewhere.
But Lubor...
Rosina would often tell me that steel does not lie, that a blade is a reflection of the smith who forged it. To yourself be true, that was her point. Rather an ironic one when you consider that her life was taken with a blade of her own making. But I do not doubt that she was always true to herself and what she believed in, right to the end. And so must I be. I must do what I know to be right, no matter what others might think of me. And now, I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain so that the people of Dalimil have something to unite against. For only united can they hope to stand against the threat that awaits them. I'll need to make a suitably dramatic exit, of course.
Don't go, Lubor. You're the only one who was ever kind to us. We'll be all alone. Again.
Trust me, little ones. It is for the best that I go. Not only for the town, but for you, too.
How could it possibly be for the best? These children need you. The least you can do is give the townspeople a chance to change their minds.
They would not take it, Victor. It's over.
Over, you say? And so just like that, you're going to throw this town and these children to the wolves? I thought you were better than this. But it seems you had me fooled as well.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you will.
You sure you're making the right choice, Lubor?
Of those available to me, I believe it's the best one. Yes. Ah, but where are my manners? Here. A reward for clearing out that bandit camp. Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in mind. Thank you.
Well, not a totally happy ending on that side quest. Right. Side quests at the hideaway, but let's go to Auckland. See what's happening here. And I think I probably need to restock some potions.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. You've a discerning eye. Many thanks. Farewell.
Excellent work on your smarminess. Oh, we got a couple of missions here.
We're going to do this.
Cool.
We'll need help.
Then we'll have to find it, and fast.
Help has arrived.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
Some thunder outside.
What talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness, and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion.
Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we
Yay, we get to
aid
kill
of a
more
fearless
stuff.
swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
Shouldn't take too
You
long.
will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Do you have any fresh water?
Ah.
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone.
I had to figure my way
Here the brothers found another victim.
there,
Can
so.
you believe it?
I believe it.
Please. A piece of fruit.
Alright. Travel to that obelisk will be a shorter route. I was running the wrong way anyway.
This must have been a nice place once. And it will be again. Get him!
Wasn't quite the entrance I wanted to make, but oh well. That's it, boys. Just group around me. You bad puppy.
All yours, Torgal. Get him. Over here.
Oof. Hell divers. Yes.
Get him. You're finished. Get him. He's so sick of it. This one.
Job done.
That's all of them. Come on, Torgal. Let's head back to Boklad.
Now, just a quick look to see there might be a little something to pick up here. Another gill bug. Yeah, we can sell that off. Meantime, though, back to Boklad.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
And who's that kid?
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
We'd better, Theodore, or we'll be talking to Alvin and Simon about you.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Alright. Alright, level up. Level 40. Now, Theodore.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic.
and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her.
Even if she doesn't show it.
Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Oh, and he's got a side quest.
Clive, you'll be pleased to know that the negotiations are progressing well.
He was right here in front of me, so how did he hear this?
Yes. Our comrade in Randala has just sent word that the contract should be signed very soon. But I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge undertaking moving this many bearers at once. You couldn't do me a quick favor, could you?
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask El how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need to get all these supplies moved.
All right. I'll go and ask.
Thanks, Clive. I owe you one.
You owe me 7, but that's another time.
Pardon me, but
And
you
he's just
happen to be
right
a
up.
fighting man,
No, that's not
perchance?
him.
What's happened?
Don't blame yourself, El. This is their fault, not yours. I know, but no buts about
I
it, all right?
take it something happened with the bearers.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from our intermediary. The talks with the Republican army have fallen through. They've reached an agreement with the Silver Peak Consortium instead. Though prices have fallen of late, we deliberately offered above the going rate to try and deter other bidders. But the Consortium offered double what we did, and the army jumped at the chance.
And you had no opportunity to make a counteroffer?
None at all. And we were so close.
What's happened? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was speaking to about the bearers. How did the Consortium even find out about this?
It's not so surprising. They have ears all over the Republic. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually, and at the price they paid, buyers will be few and far between. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone? You sure that's wise?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead and request a meeting. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. We've waited far too long as it is. Even if I fail to free these bearers, there will be others. Someone needs to prepare the place and keep any prowling beasts at bay.
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium, who've been doing their best to undermine our scheme. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She still has plans for Cashlock, even if this one falls through. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but is this what she really wants?
You have to trust her.
You're right. It's what she wants now. And if Elle's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe travels, my friend. I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make sure the place is well stocked and defended. You go to Randala and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off. If she won't consider her prospects, someone has to.
I'll do my best.
Hmm.
All right. To Randala, then. I'd better not keep Eloise waiting.
Right. Oh. We be running. And it's not nearly as long a run to go as it makes it look like on the big map.
They gotta let us through.
Still. Yeah, we've got some things to collect along the way. And things to kill along the way. Every bit of XP helps after all.
Going to fight. This one.
And I think I seen something. Yeah. Well. Slowly whittle him down. he's not nearly so bad now. Helps that I'm 8 levels above him.
Give me thunder!
This one.
Oh, we need to go up there anyway. Alright. $10 at $10.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently purchased from the Fist. We had all but finished making arrangements to buy them ourselves, and then you stepped into the fray.
You misunderstand. The consortium had an interest in purchasing them from the very first. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting our offer to you suggested that the regard was not mutual. And so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such decisions without first giving them due consideration. But what is done is done. Come then. How much do you want for them?
Alas, you are too late yet again. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise without a purchaser in mind. The bearers belong to him now.
Him?
Who is your buyer?
A trader from across the water. A most demanding fellow, if it's any consolation. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
Uncle?
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard, and treat them like kings. But as long as they pay...
That does sound unusual. No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm thinking that was Clive's uncle doing that buying.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. But I only have myself to blame. He was right, you see. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. And he did just that. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And if what he said was true, the bearers are to be well treated. Which is something, at least. They deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help, and fast.
Oh,
Theo.
God.
I'll go on ahead.
Here we go again.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there. Just... make sure he's safe.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
What's happened? Guards at the gate are right on.
Do you have any fish?
Right. Figure out this path again. Where? Oh, yeah. Back to the cleft. You guys again. Oh, this didn't work. Make short work of these guys.
It's over.
This time we are not just dropping in.
What's the situation?
The situation? I'm coming to save your butts.
Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village, but the whole area's flooded with ether.
Just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Well, I guess we gotta save Theodore's ass now, too.
This one. Where are you, Theo?
Great. Helldivers now, too. Silly buzzards. They drop anything? No. Great. Yeah. Oh, we got a lot of things to kill here.
Damn it. The ether's too thick. These creatures have already turned.
Good thing we're immune to the aether. Bonus of being a dominant. Acid leg eater. Oh, that's charming. Hey, what the hell keeps spitting at me? Oh, that thing.
I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
They are raising up the prices of Plus, yes.
Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
I pay for it by the year, so you save a little bit doing it that way, if able to. I'll look up the article about it after the battle. Ow. Not exactly what I meant by after the battle, but oh well. Alright, give me a moment here to look that up. Yeah, let me just go to the PlayStation blog, see all. Actually, they didn't put it on the blog. I did see the article on GameSpot as well. There we go. PlayStation Plus Premium, which is the one I'm buying, is going up to $160 per year. That's, yeah, $40 more. That's a bit of a hike. Well, at 12, that's $3 and some odd cents a month. So the new price is going. Now they are listed. Yeah, they just have the yearly listed here. €72, £60 for the essential. €126. May as well say £100 for the extra. €152, £120 for premium. Beginning from the sounds of this article, yeah, it almost seems like it, but they are saying that the 12-month price will continue to represent a discount over paying by the month or quarterly. So, gonna have to wait and see, I guess. Or able to find an article that gives more information. Right. Let's try that again.
These creatures have already turned. Get him!
Yeah, get rid of this thing before it'll stop spitting shit. There's another one there yet.
Get him! I can't waste any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does.
It's
like
both.
It's me.
Now, can I save here? No, can't save during the battle. Well, shit.
This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy. Get him! Over here! Get him! This one. This one.
Oh, come on, I dodged. Oh. range on that.
Get him. Attack.
Hey, just piss off with your laser breath there, buddy.
Nice try. Get him. This one.
Oof. Yeah. Not this time. Okay, that time you got me. Oof. Got him. That took a few potions to do. And that really should have been more experience than 1,000.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Oh, dear. Yeah, he's turning.
I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore.
And now we gotta take him out. Leave no choice.
Don't make me do this.
Stop it, Theo! Stop!
Stay back, Eloise! He's turned. And so will you!
Take care of my sister.
Knuckle.
Wait. Goodbye. Oh.
Hmm. You got through to him enough, he'd rather kill himself than maybe wind up going after her.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people. To put others' well-being before his own.
And now he's gone. Because I sent him to that place, against his will.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own. So that you would finally be free to live your own life.
To live my own life? He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened?
Hmm.
You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses. And I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead. A late bloomer, in more ways than one. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could, I took him into mine.
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with my brother meant more to me than tradition or reputation. I only had to look at him to remind myself of that night and the choice I made and the fact that I would make the same choice again in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo, why did you have to...
That's it. Let it all out. Alright. Later, at the Red Chocobo.
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people. Save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen, the life I will always choose.
I've made a choice of my own, to continue helping you however I can, whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Right, I've had... $1,900 ability point. Well, that sounds like it'd be handy. Enemy. Oh, yes. And... Flare breath. Nothing like a little bit of Bahamut to help things out. Now.
Eloise isn't the type to give up. What's happened? The guards at the gate are
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance? That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well,
very good question.
Being something of a scholar of Zemeckis history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city, and I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there, the rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
Yes, I was. But... yeah.
My arms are yours.
Wonderful. Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly. There is not a moment to lose.
Yeah.
Wait.
Not grabbing any supplies or anything.
With your ne'er-do-wells.
This is gonna go so well.
I'd Better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road for us. When are they gonna
Yeah, a couple of rats running around. That's always nice. Oh, lo and behold, look who he's run up against.
Why am I not surprised?
Ne'er-do-wells.
You'll handle a real coin if you know it's good for you. This one. Get him! Vocal! This one. Farewell.
Farewell. Right.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast
It
your
was just
eyes
outside
upon
the gate. What?
Ruins. A relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckis history is steeped.
Why do I feel that was Odin's blade that did that?
Expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's like...
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
Right, money. And we're just gonna leave you right there. Oh, great. Goblins.
All right, then.
Goblin rabble rouser? Right, you can come down off the rock now.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all.
You're right,
Not
it
when
wouldn't.
such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, the final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time. though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward. History awaits.
He's not learning a damn thing about keeping himself safe, is he? Alright, looks like he's up on a perch again. Now what do we gotta fight off? Now.
He's really put himself into trouble this time.
Over here! Get him! Sick him! Get him! Over here! Get him! This one!
Should have stocked up on potions before we left.
Nice try. Sick him! Get him! This way. Get him!
Alright, that's got him.
Still in one piece.
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt, and once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss
And ones that we that deal with them call pains in the ass.
Wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous
He keeps
edifices
waxing
have been
poetic
considered
about these things without actually learning anything, doesn't he?
Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And
Imagine
so
that.
I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine. Just don't go running off this time.
Give him my damn money. Like, seriously?
And so ends a delightful day. Here,
For you.
your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
We didn't even get any gil for this. I mean, what?
What's happened? The guards at the gate are right. What are you looking for?
A fine choice. Many thanks. A fine choice.
And there, we're fully stocked again. Let's see about selling some stuff. If we can get rid of this rune blade.
Just what I was looking for.
There you are. How did I wind up with 2 of these? Oh well.
You're sure you don't need it? Thank you.
Find the stuff that is just to be sold for you.
You're sure you don't need it? Thank you. You're sure you don't need it? Thank you.
I've got a lot of some of this shit, don't I? And yeah, I just bought those. I'm not selling them. So I think I made more money than I spent that time. So, Now, what can I do for you, Greta?
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Why?
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Alright. So, I'm guessing we're asking around.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of the road for us.
When are they gonna let us through? I don't...
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information.
It looks like she needs
There's a sellsword passed through
sleep.
here. Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Charming. Right then. And meantime, I like that this stuff keeps respawning. Means we can keep picking it up. And we can keep killing shit. And we're getting XP.
Over here.
All right, you're just. Another refugee. Alright.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. Those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
No. Oh, we gotta deal with you again? Fine. We'll do this, get some health back. Hell drivers, wait your turn.
This one. This one.
Right.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
Why am I feeling her sellsword may have been the actual thief? And oh, we got
I think we found our thieves.
Goblin Captain. Goblin Prince. Well.
Get him. Get him. This one. Get him. Over here. Get him. Sick him. Over here.
Now. So we don't have to take care of his underlings up there? Goblin coin. Cool.
Let's get this over with.
Stop.
Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? It wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
One explanation later.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know what that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead, and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So yeah, even the goblins are heading on hard
And
times.
earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive.
It is pretty long, derp. This is, well, as you can see by my title, part 14 of my playthrough. And at roughly 3 hours per session, that's 42 hours right there.
Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once.
I still got a fair distance to go, I think.
Oh, and don't mention
You get your money's worth. Final Fantasies have never been short.
Not now this lot of sworn-off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep, you do. And considering the combat is a lot of, like, the combat's real time, so not like you're digging through menus and so on. So it feels more like playing an action game than a role-play game.
When are they gonna let us through?
Hey, you might like it yourself.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business.
And that goes to anyone else that's watching that has a PlayStation 5. It is exclusive right now.
Good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
It's, well, it's marked down a little bit right now, actually. They've taken 15% off, something like that. You'd have to double check on your own PlayStation Store to see if that happened, if that was the case here. Or like in Ireland. I'm going the wrong way for that local mission, aren't I? Yeah. Yeah. Even had an email from them today saying they miss me at the PlayStation Store. Yeah.
Do you have any fresh water?
They miss seeing me spending my money.
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to everyone. I want to know right away. Bad news.
thing is, a lot of the games they have on sale, I don't necessarily need to buy because I have them like through Plus or,
What exactly are you
in
celebrating?
the case of some of the games, Ubisoft Plus, which is included part and parcel of the premium.
Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire, and most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh, so you know of it then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bullock, a guard over at the north gate.
Yeah, no need to ever buy it separately.
Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day.
If you have the PS5 and you're able to buy premium.
Little something.
I'll be right back.
They're kind of a thought. I guess they won't. Got thinking here, when Mirage comes out, are they going to have it on there right away? Would save some money.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Bugger me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. It's Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done
Yeah,
enough
that
a cup of something
is
tasty.
definitely would definitely
Thanks
be
for
an
letting me know.
expensive thing. And quite honestly, just another big old gimmick.
Who needs a porter when there's nowhere left to go?
Eloise isn't the type to give up.
Please.
Get enough of the haptic feedback through the controller, thank you.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare.
Hmm.
Boklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Yeah.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from Sanbrek, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. Or rather we did, till not so long ago. These are lean times, and even Boklad isn't the bustling trading post it once was. Still, there's no point dwelling on it. Better to live life while you can, eh? And on that note, it sounds like there's a cup of wine needing my attention.
You'll buy something, won't you? Please. Before the flies get at it.
I'm sorry, but at those prices...
You've raised the price? Again?
If you knew what a bushel of rye costs nowadays, you'd be shocked I didn't raise it more.
That conversation sounds like some of the pricing happening here sometimes.
What more do you want from me?
There's us through, damn you! Open the...
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Not after what happened in the Dominion. Meaning, they linger here instead. I spend more of my days moving beggars along than I do manning these gates. What gets to me are the gangs that prey on the poor sods. As if they haven't suffered enough. Some days you can't help but wonder what the world's coming to. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
We got a bunch of alcoholics here.
I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
I haven't sold anything in days.
Please, a piece of fruit.
Eloise isn't the type to give up.
Do you have any fresh
Right.
water?
Oh, he actually moved.
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Boklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right, I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside.
A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Boklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
Alright. Well, that was a simple little side quest. XP and a smidge of renown, at least. And let's see. Just about been 3 hours of streaming. Gotta give Torgal some love.
Get it, boy.
One more. Right. I think that cleared up all the... Well, there's a few side missions at Tabor. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to travel to Tabor. And we'll just go ahead and save our progress here. because I'm going to call it a stream right now. Thanks, everyone that came into stream. Special thanks to Markham Fist for the raid on Twitch. And let me just quickly... get things closed here. All right. So tomorrow, I have, one stream planned for sure. 4 p.m. Eastern. Promotional stream to be had. Checking out a retro gaming collection. Taito Milestones 2. There, it's got 10 different arcade games of the past made by Taito, the folks that brought Bubble Bobble, amongst others. Should be a good time. And I did make a slight change to Friday. I had originally planned on more Final Fantasy, but I did go ahead and buy the premium upgrade to Starfield to use on the Game Pass version. So I'm going to have a little look at Starfield on Friday when the early access starts. Early access, like those that bought the premium edition, comes out Friday. Otherwise, folks are waiting until September 6th to play. So, it's a good way to do the full game on the cheap. Or the deluxe version on the cheap. At any rate, let's see what's going on here. We have... Yeah, I know, right? And yes, also thanks, Fourth Nobleman, for the resub on Kick. Right, we've got a few folks kicking around here. Let's see. Well, I think she'll enjoy this. I'm going to send a raid over to Serenity543. She's been a member of the community for quite a while. She's one of my mods, actually. And she is a PNG tuber, so... She is currently playing some Risk of Rain 2. Another interesting little indie game. Hashtag Coffee Raid. If joining in like that. And if by chance I am doing an extra stream at 11 a.m., keep an eye on both my Gilded and the socials. Right. Until next time, let's raid.